Good morning, guys. So, this one's a little bit different. This one's not funny, this is more informative. So, I've decided to make friends with a scammer. His name is Humphrey, believe it or not, right? So, this is the chat that led to it. So, obviously, this guy has hit me up as a fake manager for Carl Urban from The Boys. Now, it's early in the morning here, so if a text pops up, just ignore it. So, George Russell hit me up. Hello there, I'm a representative of Carl. I'm so, and I work as his media manager. He asked that I kindly reach out to you or a representative of yours when he saw your comment. I look forward to your response. Thank you. To which I said, sorry, what? You're so? Who are you? How are you doing, Julia? I'm George So Russell. I apologize for the confusion. I said, so what are you online messaging random people for? And which comment? No, dear, your comment on Carl Urban picture. With an emoji of a photo, of a camera. I said, yes, which one? Which post? Tell me. The Carl from The Boys, said my idiot scammer. I said, oh my God, you're really struggling here, aren't you? Are you new at this? He didn't say exactly, he puts in. I said, I'll need proof that you even know him. Just saying you do doesn't mean anything. I don't know the comment exactly. He just asked me to reach out. Now, you're going to realize all the way through this quite long chat that this guy is always several chats behind and he goes back and rereads. But his English improves significantly once the scam was up. It's quite interesting. I said, yes, you already said that. We've already covered this. You really need to try and keep up. I can share you one of his contact if you're interested. I said, oh my God, this is what happens when you've got more than one chat going on at the same time. I'll need some proof you know the man, as I've already asked. So he sends me one of these generic little chats where it's, hi, so how you doing? I want you to reach out to my lucky fan. Here is her profile link. And I'm doing fine, so okay, I will do that. Obviously done from some chat app. Good enough for you? I was busy with other matters, said my scammer. I said, no, that's from a prank chat app. Plus, apparently Carl's English has deteriorated. Did he forget to speak proper English? Where are you from also? And in response to the chat, I said, and apparently he messages you at midnight, huh? You are new at this, aren't you? Now, that chat was dated like 2 days ago. Midnight, Nigerian time, so, I'm Corin/Brazilian currently in UK. Yes, he did. New? Said my scammer. In response to I'm Coran, Brazilian currently in UK, I said, you can't even spell your own country properly. What do you mean? Said my idiot. I said, Quran. Korean, he puts in hastily. I said, funny how you don't look Korean or Brazilian. And why are you in the UK when Carl isn't? How do I look? He said. I said, do you even know who Carl is? Apart from being an actor from The Boys. Do you need to go Google him? Because this guy was flickering in and out. He had several chats on the go. How many people are you talking to at the same time? Said my scammer now, worried. I said, right now, just you, unlike you. The Boys is his most recent, he puts in, apropos of nothing. I said, again, you're not comprehending, are you? Go do some quick Googling to get your story straight or you'll never get a client. At which point I thought he'd go away, but my very good-natured scammer came back with 3 laughing emojis. I said, exactly, you're no good at this, dude. This whole attempt has been a mess. To which he sent more laughing emojis. Are you speaking from experience? He tries. I said, experience with scammers? Yes, I speak with many of you. I know, right? He said, still quite cheerfully. Now, I want to interject. There's going to be some things that are going to raise some eyebrows from you guys. And as we go along, I will try and qualify why I said whatever I said or why the direction of the conversation's going the way it's going. I am fully mining for information and I got some quite valuable ones. So in response to I know, right, I said, and you're really new at this and about 19, which we find out later I got wrong. Whose photos did you steal? Do you even know? And in response to, oh my God, this is what happens when you got more than one chat going on, he goes, I can tell from her, but just pushing my luck, laughing emoji, whatever that meant. But I think he just kind of gave up the ghost at that point. I said, it's not good what you're doing. You're out here lying to people, trying to steal from them. To which my unrepentant scammer sends a laughing till sweating emoji. I said, it's not funny. You should be ashamed. Not really. I plan to return everything back, really. I am ashamed. Really, he says, trying to tell me that he was planning on returning any stolen funds. To which I said, no, you're not. That's another lie. It's not something I enjoy doing, interjects my scammer. I said, you take the gift cards and sell them and then brag about it to your mates. And in response to, no, you're not, that's just another lie, he goes, no, for real, I'm not lying here. And in response to it not something I enjoy doing, I said, you think it's pretty funny though. And in response to, no, for real, I'm not lying here, I said, you would never return money you stole. That's an outrageous lie. And in response to, you take the gift cards and sell them and brag about it, he goes, that's another story. To which I said, I know all about it. Everyone does. You're all over the news. And in response to, you would never return money you stole, he goes, not me, them. Have never stolen anyone's money, not even gift cards since I started. That was obviously another lie, as we find out later on. I said, your little Facebook and WhatsApp groups are full of the EFCC and FBI just taking names. And in response to not me, them, I've never stolen anything, I said, not a single scammer ever returns money they steal. You said you'd return it. And I showed him where he said, I plan to return everything back, really. And in response to, I know all about it, everyone does, my scammer said, yeah, I understand. I will not try to defend what I'm doing because I know is bad, and the news will always paint it to be bad since almost all the scammers don't feel pity for their victims or try to even return half the money they stole. I said, it's bad no matter what. There's no painted bad. And in response to, your little Facebook and WhatsApp groups are full of the EFCC and Facebook, he goes, that's a lie. Fat lie. The news is wrong about that one, I can tell you that for free. And I'm about to disabuse the gentleman in question. Now, the reason I revealed so much to him is because I'm trying to scare him. Like I said in previous videos, that's the only thing that seems to jar them in any way. Giving them advice about how to make money online doesn't work. Befriending them doesn't work. Nothing seems to work bar fear. So, I said, scammers take the money and keep taking it, then move on to the next victim without caring what happens. And in response to it being a lie that the EFCC and the FBI are all over their Facebook groups, I said, it's true. There's a documentary and everything. I've seen the posts. I said, the ones with the fat stacks, the format trading, all of it. And in response to, not a single scammer ever returns money they steal, my scammer said, some do though. Maybe out of 10 scammers, only one returns back. It happens like that. I said, no, they don't. They use victims as money mules. That's not returning it. You know enough that I know you're all in this shit. People go to jail because of you guys. And in response to, scammers take the money and keep taking it, and they move on to the next victim, he goes, that's what they do. What do you think they use the money for? I said, from a lot of the posts I've seen, they spend it on gold, cars, drugs, women, and booze, and designer clothing. And in response to, you know enough that I know you're all in this shit, my scammer sends a sad face, I think. The conditions of things are hard, my friend. People do worst. Justifying his actions. I said, not a single scammer idea not a single scammer uses the money to stop scamming and starts a business. Not one. And in response to, people go to jail because of you guys, he goes, sorry, I didn't know that. Have you been a victim of scam before? I said, scammers are lazy. And in response to, have I been a victim? I said, no, but I know people who have died because of scammers. They've lost everything, like you were about to do to me, or try to do. And in response to, from all the posts I've seen, they spend their money on gold, drugs, women, etc. He goes, not all, but I can tell you that those are greedy ones. Petty, unwise thieves. You must be referring to Hush Puppy. So there's a new term we don't know. So hush puppies are guys, obviously, that are rolling in stolen money and spending it on just frivolities. I said, you pretend to be Carl, either romance me or make me your foreign mama. And in response to no, but I know people who have died because of scammers, he goes, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. And in response to not all, but I can tell you that those are greedy ones, I said, I think that's all of them. I spoke with one guy. He said he needed it to open a business. Then later he said it's easier to keep stealing than actually work. And in response to like you were about to do to me or try doing, he sent laughing emojis. Yeah, sorry, I fucked up. And sent more laughing till sweating emoji. To which I responded, I spotted you the second you messaged me, so I don't care. But how many others are you trying to groom? That's how I know you're young. And in response to, I spoke with a guy, he said he needed to open a business but then kept scamming. He goes, that's not nice for him to say. It's not easy to steal. Oh, poor scammer's having a rough time. To which I said, he was telling me the truth. He said he wanted to start a business, but once the client actually sent him money, he thought it was easier to keep stealing from her. To which the scammer said, it's work, but a dirty one. And in response to, it's not easy to steal, I said, not the way you're trying to do it. And in response to, it's work, but a dirty one, I said, it's not work, it's crime. It's worse than begging, because what you do also fucks with people's hearts and minds. And in response to, I spotted you the second you messaged me, he goes, truthfully, I don't have any mama. I misunderstood. I thought he said he didn't have a mother, but he was actually talking about having a foreign mama. And in response to, it's not work, it's crime, he quite good-naturedly went, agreed. I said, yes, your parents are dead, you're all alone, you have siblings to take care of, you can't afford school, etc., etc., etc. Like selling drugs, he said. We'd cross-posted. I said, yes, to the selling drugs. I said, but worse. Drug dealers don't lie and break people's hearts. They don't expect their clients to love them. And in response to, oh, yes, your parents are dead, you're all alone, blah, 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 he goes, God forbid. My parents are not dead. Just my dad, though, with a shocked face. I said, I thought you said it was your mum. See, you get your lies all twisted up as well. And in response to, yes, but worse, drug dealers don't expect you to love them, he goes, oh, drug dealers destroy lives? The worst. Crying emoji. And in response to, I thought you said it was your mum, he goes, I never said anything. You didn't ask. To which I said, I'm not defending drug dealers, but at least they are upfront about what they do. To which he sent a lying emoji. And in response to, I never said anything you didn't ask, I said, you said you don't have a mama. And in response to the lying, I said, they are at least honest about being scumbags. And in response to, you said you don't have a mama, he goes, no, I was referring to mama, bracket, client, close bracket. Now the tone starts to shift here because I decided I was going to groom him for as much information as I could. So forgive me for becoming a little bit friendly. I said, scammers are not, they try and justify it, right? And in response to, oh no, I was referring to mama client, I said, gotcha. And in response to, they are at least honest about being scumbags, referring to the drug dealers, he goes, I hear you. I said, just curious, no judgment. What was the scam on this one? Romance or VIP card? Meet and greet? I'm just asking. To which my quite open and honest scammer now says, anyway, it leads. Very blasé. I said, okay, play it by ear, huh? KK. And in response to, scammers are not, they try and justify it, he goes, makes them feel better. But I'm not saying it's good though, because that obviously exonerates him from all the crimes he's committed. So I decided to humour the guy. I said, at least that's something, I guess. ... Yeah, something, came the unrepentant response. I said, for what it's worth. To which he sends a rather sad emoji. And in response to, your parents are dead, you're all alone, you have siblings, he goes, this story, laughing emoji, is very popular. I said, I'll prove to you that people are up in your Facebook groups, and sent him a screenshot I took from one of these Facebook groups that the scammers run. They're locked. So I'm not going to tell you how I got hold of this, right? I'm not going to tell you any of that, but they brag on this group and on Facebook. They swap formats. They swap client information. It's a terrible, terrible group. Facebook allows it to stay up. Makes me laugh, he said, cross-posting. I said, that's a post from a closed group. And in response to this story, the sob story is very popular, I said, yes, it's despicable. And in response to what I showed him, he goes, my dear, scammers are in that group. It was even probably created by scammers too. Trust me, I know, completely misunderstanding my point. To which I said, this is a scammer group on Facebook that has been infiltrated. That's what I'm telling you. The FBI, the EFCC, whole bunch. They're all over in these groups, taking names and records. Sooner or later you'll get caught, and you seem nice and too young for this shit. To which my scammer said, those pictures can be found everywhere on Google. Plus the story is always the same, mainly things you already know. I said, I took that screenshot in the profile, the locked profile. Look at it closely. I just want it to stop. It hurts millions of people. At this point, he vanished for a while. He was obviously rather panicked. And in response to those pictures can be found everywhere on Google, I said, yeah, it never changes, talking about their story. And in response to that's what I'm telling you, the FBI and all that are all over these Facebook groups. Just saying, EFCC and FBI don't go after small fries like gift cards, guys. They go for big fraudulent scammer. And I can't dispute that. He's actually correct. They very rarely go after the small fries, but I wanted to instill some fear in him. I said, they want the oggers, but yes, they are going after any small guy who manages to steal over $1,000. I don't want to get caught, he hastily puts in. I said, I know you don't. I'm sure the jails aren't nice. And in the response to I took that screenshot in the profile, he goes, which profile? Digging for some information. We'd cross-posted. I said, did you see the one last year where they arrested 2 Nigerian scammers because a kid unalived themselves? And in response to which profile, I said, I'm not telling you, sorry. I'm just saying that things have changed and to step back from these people. There's huge attention over here on scammers. You guys are all over the news and TV daily. And in response to I just wanted to stop, it hurts millions of people, my scammer said, the better truth is that it will never stop. They will just look for a newer way to scam, and that's the truth. People have been doing it. We just have to pray we and our loved ones don't fall victim to it, said my scammer, playing the concerned citizen. I played along. I said, I know, it's like the Indian call centre scams. They'll never stop either. Only chance we have is educating people on spotting scammers. Some ex-scammers have joined the fight as well and work with big media betas. And my scammer, responding to the big news story about the young gentleman who unalived himself, said, nah, I saw the one where the man hanged himself because he was in debt and he told the scammers, but the boys just laughed and were calling him names. It was very sad. I think it was actually the same story. I said, this one was different. The scammers posed as a young woman and started a romantic relationship and blackmailed him. He was 17. It ruined his parents' lives. And in response to you guys are all over the news and TV daily, he goes, really? I can guess you already know where I'm from. What about you? Where are you from? Question mark, when I didn't get back to him immediately. This one was very, very careful about answering almost everything that I put in. So the chat can be a little bit scatty. And in response to not telling you sorry about where I got that Facebook post from, okay, came the quite cheerful response. And in response to really, I can guess you know where I'm from, I said, yes, it's true. I'm an Aussie. It's worse in America. The attention, I mean. And in response to I know it's like the Indian call center scams, they'll never stop either, my scammer went, ha ha ha, China too. I was in a group in 2020 owned by Chinese men. It was about trading and Bitcoin and all that. Legit group because we mad money too from it. They robbed us of $3 billion US, which I think is an exaggeration. I said, yeah, the pig butchering is bad as well. Thank God nobody smart invests in crypto anymore. It tanked out. I guess you're not 19 then, huh? Having realized that if he was in some big group back then, he 100% wasn't 19. And in response to that whole thing about the Chinese group, I said, your group didn't get robbed of billions of dollars. No way. Maybe Naira. Nigeria doesn't have $3 billion, which it does, but he doesn't know either. It wasn't only for Nigerian people invested in US dollar, he tells me. I said, maybe you meant million, and maybe collectively, but it sounded like you said your group got taken for billions. No, I'm not capping. It's that huge, he said. I said, the total amount of scam money lost annually globally is in the billions. Globally. So why do celeb scams and romance if you can do crypto? To which my scammer said, it wasn't only people from Nigeria, Ghana, Ukraine, some parts of Europe, just all over. When I think about it, that's what motivated me to scam, because I lost some money there. I started with 150 naira, made 1.3 million naira, then it just vanished. Laughing emoji. And I quite believe this, but he's now telling me that he started scamming because he lost money from scamming, and we know that's bullshit. He probably started at age 17. To which I responded, then you know what it feels like. And in response to, yeah, it's true, I'm an Aussie, he goes, okay, because he kept going back to read if he'd missed anything. I said, and still you thought it was okay to do to others. That's like me saying that someone beat me up, so I started beating people up. And in response to the attention is very big in America, he goes, yes, they even scam themselves. Now, apologies, my American viewers, I don't mean what's about to come. I said, Americans? Who knows how they think? Strange people. I just wanted to keep this guy on side because I was getting great information. And in response to, yes, the pig butchering is bad as well and that there's no money in crypto, he goes, people are still interested, but just don't be a victim of scam. Most billionaire are scammer. Laughing emoji. It's just how the world works this way, these days. He's not wrong. And in response to, I guess you're not 19 then, he goes, I'm not. And in response to people are still interested in investing, I said, yes, but there are fundamental differences, don't you see? Referring to billionaires being scammers as well. And in response to him not being 19, I said, yeah, I figured once you mentioned 2020. I'm going to be honest, though, you aren't good at this fake manager shit. And in response to Nigeria doesn't have $3 billion, he goes, lol, Nigeria is richer than you think. It's richer than what any of these Nigerian boys have told you before. We just have bad leadership. Nigeria is fucking rich. The politicians are wicked. And yes, it is. Nigeria is doing quite well. It's up and coming, but yes, the politicians are incredibly corrupt. To which I responded, every country is the same as far as politicians go. My cigarettes cost 70 Australian dollars because of the tax hike. And in response to, yeah, maybe collectively, but it sounded like you said your group was taken for billions. He said it was different group, about 5 groups owned by the same people. There are different ways to scam people, not just love and romance, blah, blah, blah. To which I responded, oh, I'm aware, but I can only control what's in front of me. Educating people is the key, which he love hearts. And in response to, so why do celeb scams and romance if you can do crypto? He goes, it's not as easy as you say it. Sad emoji. I rather do Forex, legitimately. We've had this one before, guys. I've had another scammer tell me the same thing. I said, I get hit up 5 times a day by scammers on socials. And in response to wanting to do foreign trading, I said, then take your scam proceeds and trade. It's peaceful and I wouldn't be scamming anyone, says my scammer, scamming everyone. I said, it's risky, but more honest. And in response to, but then you know what it feels like to be scammed, he goes, oh, hurts like a bitch. But apparently it's still okay for him to scam others. And in response to that's like me saying that someone beat me up, so I start beating people up. He goes, yeah, but was broken and broke too. Laughing emoji. Wrong decision. And most importantly, peer pressure, which I actually do believe. I think there's a certain amount of peer pressure involved when you're 17 and 18 in these poorer countries and you see your friends flexing with money and gold and drugs and they say this is how you do it, be part of the group. But anyway, we digress. And in response to strange people referring to you Americans, he goes, exactly, laughing emoji. And in response to, but there's a fundamental difference, don't you see? He says, enlighten me. And we were discussing the difference between billionaires being scammers and everyday scammers. And in response to, yes, but was broken and broke, wrong decision and peer pressure, I said, peer pressure is a huge factor. I know that successful scammers are revered over there. And in response to, I'm going to be honest though, you aren't good at this fake manager shit, he goes, I know, right? I'm not good at scamming generally. I know. Laughing and showing a hurt emoji, which just pisses me off, guys, but I was controlling it because I wanted the chat to stay light. And in response to enlighten me, I decided to. I said, billionaires usually come from money to begin with. Look at Elon Musk, a total piece of shit and clearly ripping everyone off. He does it in the open and doesn't expect me to love him and sell my car to send him money. Billionaires rarely earn their money. They inherit it and build on it. Now, everything I'm saying is not 100% my opinion, so just don't go at me, keyboard warriors, okay? And in response to my cigarettes cost 70 Australian dollars, he goes, wow, that's about 70,000 in Nigeria. And in response to, I know, right, I'm not good at scamming generally, I said, you're clearly smart. There must be something else. And in response to the cigarettes being about $70,000 in Naira in Nigeria, I said, yep, cost of living is outrageous. My electricity bill was $400, and it was too. And in response to, wow, that's about 70,000 Naira, he goes, in Nigeria, it ranges from 700 to 5,000, depending. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke cannabis, he said. And in response to enlighten me, I thought I'd enlighten him a little bit further. I said, and look at others, like Zuckerberg. Who knows what he's like, but he at least provides a service. Scammers don't. They sell a lie. And in response to depending, I don't smoke cigarettes, I smoke cannabis, I said, I used to. I can't because of work. Can't show up. Baked. And in response to, I get hit up by scammers 5 times a day, he goes, scamming is very popular now. I don't even understand how people fall for it. I said, to be honest, me neither. I think they target vulnerable people. I've had voice notes sent, videos sent, and I could spot them as fake immediately. Now, you guys do know that I don't victim blame, okay? I am just playing along with this guy. I know exactly how manipulative these bastards are and how easily you can fall into it. And in response to, then take your scam proceeds and trade, he goes, I know, the cost of living and all, that takes all my money, so I don't have enough funds to trade. We find out later this guy doesn't have a job. He's living off his mother. To which I responded, same here, meaning it takes all my money to survive. If not, we wouldn't be here right now, he says, quite unironically making a joke about how we wouldn't be chatting if scamming wasn't popular. I said, it's tough everywhere right now. And in response to, if not, we wouldn't be here right now, I said, true, because he wasn't wrong. And in response to, it's risky but more honest around Forex trading, he goes, yeah, but if you know what you are doing, it reduces the risk. I said, but even if you got a big payment, would you really stop though? Scamming, I mean. Say someone sends you $10,000 in American dollars. And in response to billionaires usually come from money and Elon Musk, he sent laughing emojis. I thought I was the only one that doesn't trust that guy. I don't trust him at all. I said, he's a total dumpster fire of a human being, to which he sends laughing emoji. And in response to, you're clearly smart, there must be something else you can do, he goes, thanks, peace sign. Yes, I have Forex. And in response to, cost of living is outrageous, he goes, same here. Salary cannot afford anything, said our scammer who had no salary. I said, most people here live hand to mouth from paycheck to paycheck. And in response to my electricity bill being $400, he sent laughing emojis. Damn, that's about 600,000 in Nigeria. What I need to be a Forex trader, or if I have a job that pays me $400 monthly, I will be okay and plan well. I said, so you don't have a job at the moment? Would you really stop if you got a big chunk of money, or would you honestly just blow it on weed and clothes and then scam more? Just asking. And in response to, and look at others like Zuckerberg, who knows what he's like, but at least he's selling a service. He goes, yes, I thought I was the only one. They sell information to people. And in response to, I can't because of work, can't show up baked, referring to why I don't smoke weed, he goes, true, true, trying to keep the banter up. And in response to me having received voice notes and videos and I spot them immediately, he goes, you are smart. I said, just do my research. That and most celebrities have already made public announcements about never hitting fans up, so we know it isn't real. And in response to it's tough everywhere right now, my scammer simply says yes. And in response to scamming, I mean, say someone sends you 10,000, as in would he quit? He goes, what? I will stop scamming. Ooh, for real. I have plans that will turn $10,000 into millions. No, he doesn't. I said, well, I'd love to wish you luck, but clearly I can't wish you luck in scamming someone. But I do hope you get to do what you want and get out of this life before something bad happens. And in response to, so you don't have a job at the moment, he goes, I don't. My mum is the one that helps me. So he's living at home with his mother. I said, good mum, how old are you? Do you mind telling me? You don't have to. And in response to, would you really stop if you got a big chunk of money? He goes, yes, I'm not capping. And in response to, well, I would love to wish you luck, but clearly I can't wish you luck in scamming. He goes, ha ha ha, I know. Completely unrepentant, guys. I said, I guess that's something. The others wouldn't, referring to stopping scamming if he received 10,000. Do I legit think he'd stop scamming? No, absolutely not. They all want to do Forex trading. They're not qualified. And in response to, but do I hope you get what you want? He goes, amen, thanks. And in response to, and get out of this life before something bad happens, sad emoji, but I don't want anything bad to happen. Already spooked by the fact that I told him that the EFCC probably know his name by now. I said, I know, but there is so much focus on you guys at the moment and the call centers as well. And in response to, how old are you? Do you mind telling me? He goes, I'm 28. So he's 28 years old, no job, probably never had a job, lives at home with his mum and scams for a living with big dreams to be a Forex trader. Bullshit, right? I said, KK. And in response to, I guess that's something the others wouldn't, meaning giving up scamming, he goes, because many of them don't have plans, just base their life on scamming. Very bad, and scamming doesn't always pay. What about you? How old are you? And I thought I'd keep him on the hook. I said, I would imagine it would pay rarely unless you had someone for years. And in response to how old am I said, I'm 40. And in response to, I would imagine it would pay rarely, he goes, some are that lucky, but it's hurting people. And in response to my age, he goes, I thought you were like 32. Okay, because I used a young photo. I said, yes, it is. It's selling a lie, meaning it's hurting people. And in response to being 32, I said, no, I just moisturize and stay out of the sun. Well, I got to go. It's almost 6:30 and I have to head to work. Nice chatting with you. Okay, he says, I'm Humphrey, by the way. I said, Humphrey? I'm Julia. Yes, Humphrey. Nice chatting with you too, Julia. Misspelling my name. I said, ciao, to which he sends a smiling emoji. Is it okay if I check up on you from time to time? Hurt emoji. I said, if you like. And the hurt emoji, I said, what's the injured emoji for? Okay, no problem, smiley face. I just thought you would say no because of the way we meant each other online. And in response to if you like, he goes, are you on WhatsApp? Dying to get me off this platform. I said, oh, it's okay to say hello. We'll never have a thing, obviously. And in response to, are you on WhatsApp? I said, yes, but I don't give my number out, only family and friends. And in response to, oh, it's okay to say hello, we'll never have a thing, obviously, he goes, yeah, I figured. I said, I made friends with a scammer once, and within 2 weeks he tried scamming me, so I'm not doing that again, LOL. And in response to that, he sent 4 laughing emojis, because it's hilarious, guys, right? The same person that said stealing is easy? He asked. I said, yep. I said, he then begged me for 35,000 naira for his school, then asked me to send money for his 3-year-old sister. It was pathetic. From his word, he's never going to change, he informs me, as if I need to know that. To which I went, nope. But honestly, said my scammer, do I sound like him to you? Just asking. And I wasn't going to commit to that either way. I said, he messaged me last week from his own account asking for a gift card, then got insulted when I said no. That actually happened. And in response to, but honestly, do I sound like him to you? I said, no, but I'm careful. It's hard to trust someone who tries to steal from you. And in response to, he then begged me for 35,000 naira. He goes, hungry man. I said, sad and small little boy. He gave my Insta handle to his friends, and I had about 30 celebs hit me up. It was hilarious. And I'm trying to not let him know why I allow celebrity scammers to hit me up and why I encourage it. Because obviously I don't want him to find my channel. And in response to, it's hard to trust someone who tries to steal from you, he goes, true, for what it's worth. I'm not even going to try and do that to you twice. You're too smart. Now I'm going to interject. I also have another chat of a scammer who did find my YouTube channel that I did become friendly with, and I'll post that chat later. He hasn't hit me up for a while, and I was just waiting. I said, that's good, because it wouldn't work, referring to him not trying to scam me again. And in response to, he messaged me last week from his own account begging for a gift card. He goes, laughing emoji, he's just a bitch. Don't mind him. He's on hard drugs too. And around, that's good because it wouldn't work, around scamming me, he goes, I know. Wise emoji. And in response to, he's just a bitch, I said, probably. I reported his ass and he's gone away. That's good, my scammer hastily adds. I said, catch you later. I'm about to get in the car. Have a good evening. Okay, you too. Have a nice day. Text you later. I can give you my WhatsApp in case you change your mind. Which I haven't responded to. I said, and I'll do that now. No, thanks. Here is fine. Because I'm obviously not going to be giving this guy my phone number. But there you go. Let me know if I should cultivate this friendship to see how long Humphrey takes before he asks for money. And I'll obviously post that one about the scammer that I did genuinely try to help recently and helped him set up a YouTube channel and everything. And he's just vanished off the face of the earth. This is another one with a YouTube channel. There's like 3 now, apparently. You just can't help these people, guys. I'm sorry. You just can't help them. So I got some good and valuable information out of this. I know it wasn't funny, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay safe. Learn all you can when you get the chance. And let me know how you think I should proceed with this one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Talk to you guys later. Bye.